Hello, Columbia High School. This is your student update for February 16th, 2021. Now, we usually send these out over the weekend, but I wanted to wait Monday until the weather was right. And then, of course, we had a bit of a curveball thrown at us. But I will say the only change that we are going to have with our schedule will be time changes. So we're going to keep the A day and the B day as we have them now, with A day being 1, 2, 3, and then 6, and then the B day being 5, 4, 8, 7. Then we have our lunch, and then after that, we have our conferencing period, or on a B day, period 9. The order of the periods will remain, but we will be increasing the instructional time by 5 minutes. So now that we're not in the building, this will allow us to recapture some time as well. Now, this week, tomorrow, which is Wednesday, is going to be an A day. And then obviously, of course, you can see that we have postponed hybrid and will be fully virtual for at least the end of this week, and we'll see what happens next week. So no students will be in the building. And I also know there was some bad news in that phase 4 will not be beginning in March, but instead on April 19th. I know we're disappointed, upperclassmen, as well, of course, as freshmen. And I know no pep talk is going to cheer you up. But know that, again, what we are concerned with most of all is with your safety. And we really want to make sure that we welcome you back to a safe Columbia High School. I will say, though, it's really important to keep your spirits up, to kind of find that happy place. And so I appreciate that the counseling department has created this virtual counseling office, if you will. Last week, we checked out the good vibes. This week, I checked out the music. You see a little arrow there. And there's definitely ways to take care of yourself mentally and emotionally. Please reach out to any adult, to your counselors. And if you're down right now with the situation as is, it's really important that we look out for each other. So students, if you see one of your friends is really down because of the social distancing and the isolation, please make sure you reach out to a trusted adult and we take care of each other, because that's what we do here at Columbia. It's really important. Speaking about help here at Columbia, we have some great services. One of my favorites is the Loft. And on February 18th from 12 to 2, you have to check this out. They have a self-love raffle, right? The Loft will have a table outside of the cafeteria for students to come and meet their staff, find out about events, groups, services, pick up a gift bag, right? Sign up on for Remind, so this way you can get their notifications. And they're also going to raffle off a $250 Amazon gift card. I will be there, but I was told that I cannot participate in the raffle. But I'm still going to go for the gift bags. And because the Loft are good people. I'm just kidding. So you know what also cheers you up? A good read. So check it out. The Columbia High School Library just dropped 200 new books from our Mackin VIA database. Some of the books you can see right there. Just, students and teachers, by the way, can download them on their phone. You can download them onto your computer. Some really great new titles and award winners. So please make sure you definitely check out the link that's provided on the PDF, which is chslibrary.org. You already have that, of course, if you were following me on Twitter. I hope you are. Registration process is due just about a month away, 5 weeks away. So please make sure you talk with your counselor and your parents. I know we're going to have the juniors, who are rising seniors, have already met with their counselors, and counselors are now setting up times for our current sophomores and freshmen. So that's going to be great. So you'll be able to look through the course offering guide or program of studies, and you'll be able to select the classes that you want. And again, Please check out the links here about AP information. So, we could really take a stretch next year and be excited about taking some rigorous courses. What else is coming this week? We have two more Black History Month events. We thank MAC Scholars for organizing these events. So there are two more there. You have the Zoom ID that you can click on as well to make sure you attend. The talent show was fabulous. I had a great time there. So let's talk about sports. So the governor just came in with a new change. So although we will have games streamed for our students, parents can now attend games. Each student will have two parents who or guardians who can come to a game, whether that's at the high school or at our fencing location. Just so you know, no away games. So that's something that our conference is not allowing. So just so you know, there you can click on our new spectator sport policy if you're interested. And I don't know about you, if you're following what's happening, but there are some great games I've been watching while streaming. Fencing, I think girls are number 2 in the state. Boys are in the top 10. Hockey they're quarantining right now, but they were doing pretty well. And our girls basketball, I don't know if you know this, they're undefeated. One of like 35 teams in the state that is still undefeated. So congratulations. There's also an article here about the boys basketball game that's linked here as well. Of course, it's really important to stay connected as much as you can. So check out the Cougar Cable News episode number 9. They continue their tribute to Black History Month, honoring MAPSO community members who are honoring their Black culture and making a difference in their communities. This week, you can learn how senior Layla began her organization, Protect Minorities. Also this week, we hear from the Columbia High School poets that have their poems right outside our building. So definitely check it out. It was a good episode this week. And also to stay connected, you might want to join some clubs. And the one we are featuring this week is the Columbia High School Red Cross Club. They created a Mask 101 presentation below. You can just click on it and you can learn about what masks are important, the whole double masking thing that is very popular now. But also, I think it's really important is to join their Sleeves Up blood donation campaign. Obviously with COVID this year, we can't have a blood donation drive at the high school, but instead their goal is to have 50 pledges. It's just 50 people to pledge that they will donate blood. I just signed up. There's only like 10 days left. And so we need at this point, 22 more, right? So let's get this going, all right? Very exciting. So the other thing we have, of course, is Student Achievement Time, where we like to honor our students. Now, if you recall, we talked about earlier in the year how there's about 1.5 million students who take the PSATs. Then from that, they take about 50,000 of the top students in the country. These are called commended students. And we had over 20 of students there, right? It was just incredible. Then from there, we go to the semifinalists. And at this point, I am so proud to announce that 2 Columbia High School students are finalists, both Matthew Kraus and Julia Vitale. We're talking about 15,000 people in the country, and these 2 have made it. Congratulations. And hopefully they continue on this journey, and we'll know by next month if they are National Merit Scholars. Fingers crossed. Good luck. And so also, I want to give a big shout out to Seth, who made it and is representing us at Columbia High School as part of the All Eastern Honor Orchestra as a bassoonist. Seth is a junior, which is, and I asked him, when did he start liking the bassoon? And he let me know that he didn't play it in elementary school or even in middle school. He, let's see, plays the cello as well in our chamber orchestra here at Columbia High School, and he plays the piano at home. So this guy, Seth, you're rocking all the instruments. Very, very impressive. Favorite piece of music to play with the bassoon is the Sonata for Bassoon and Piano, one of his favorites. And well, he loves to listen to all music, including R&B, piano music, and just a varied interest. So Seth, that is awesome. We're real proud of you, and we're so happy that you are part of the All Eastern Honor Orchestra. I know Mr. Bauer was real proud of that. Also, big shout out to Junie Zubietta, who had one of her pieces published in, I believe it was the Village Green, and it was a really interesting article about the freshmen coming back as hybrid students. So if you have not read it, give it a good read. It's very good. You can get the link on the bottom there, and so some high school freshmen kind of describe the excitement, but also the challenges of in-person classes. And now, really important, our last message, I think, for the day is juniors and seniors. Well, really all students. We are working with community members, teachers, and you to come up with a portrait of a graduate, to kind of be able to visually, but also analyze and discuss what we think graduates from the South Orange Maplewood School District, what they got to go through as a process and what they look like at the end of their senior year. We want to celebrate that. And so here's an example of a school district that has done the portrait of a graduate. And so I'm asking juniors and seniors, as well as staff at this point, to do a survey. And in that survey, I've read surveys, very interesting comments, by the way. And we'll definitely publish some of the data that comes out of this. And as someone asked, maybe in a scattergram. So very important, we'll publish this data of what you think it's like to graduate from Columbia High School, or I should say to kind of go through Columbia High School. Freshmen and sophomores do not do these surveys. We're going to give you something different. We're going to ask you for an aspirational survey of what you want Columbia High School to look like in your final 2 or 3 years. So that's what the Portrait of a Graduate is. It's a 2-year initiative, and it's going to, I think, really be a nice vehicle to talk about the great teaching and learning that happens in our building. And that's pretty much it. So make sure, as always, you are looking at the Cougar shop for merchandise to help our seniors with Midnight Madness. Even though we are fully virtual, we still have meals distributed out of the high school, as well as Seth Boyden. And we'll find out if the other middle schools will also have their cafeteria. But right now, at the very least, we definitely know Seth Boyden and Columbia High School will have those free lunches. So please make sure you go and enjoy them. All right, students, quick update, but I hope you had a good time, and we will see you soon. And I apologize that I just realized that it's backwards, but I hope you appreciate the effort.